Hello Capricorn, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect. This is your weekly reading for the week beginning. I have no idea. Where are we? August the 9th. Okay, the Mildew Fairy clean-up time is what your week's going to be about. Now this is you coming through here, Capricorn, in my Lenormand deck, and in actual fact, what is behind you, literally behind you, is still coming through in your reading, but I very much suspect this is energy or a circumstance that's already played out and you're no longer paying attention to it. You're very much releasing yourself from a situation, one that you kind of entrapped yourself in, became a bit enmeshed in someone else's story here, and now you're looking towards long-term abundance, maybe focusing purely on your finances, but also that which brings peace and purity and harmony. Everything else is what you've been dealing with up until now. So let's have a look at our Mildew Fairy. Always means it's time to clean something up. It's time to check out what could be profoundly useful for you now, which you've dismissed. And this could be an aspect of yourself or an aspect of the environment you're in. The health of the situation rests upon the degree of openness you approach it with. I love to show you what you may need to take care of. I can do wonderful things. I can be medicine and I can be parasite too. But all the time I'm showing you what's going on, what you need to change, and whether the conditions are a little too steamy for you. I turn up when something is unhealthy and you just aren't noticing or getting it. Don't ignore me. Right now, something really does need to be cleaned healthfully before it begins to affect you. Think of ways to decrease stagnant moisture, which is stuck emotions, and increase airflow, which is free, fresh thinking, in your home and in your environment. It's likely things are a little stagnant, a little over-emotional, and that fresh new air and thoughts need to be brought in to clean up the situation. It can actually be that you do have some mildew and damp in your house that you do need to address, because it does affect your health. Now, as I say, it is really much, very much in the past here. So there's been almost like, take me down a wee bit, see if you can see, kind of. The flowers and the bridges here. This is like the burning down of an invitation. This was, it seemed like something really beautiful in the past with the flowers and the Two of Cups here. There's a partnership here. It doesn't need to be romantic, fit it to your circumstances. But there was flattery, there was pleasure. It may have even felt like, Capricorn, that you'd hit the jackpot here, that this was your person. You felt really connected to them. The bridges here is often either burning bridges or, in actual fact, in this scenario, this is just about too much fire. There's been maybe some sort of burst out, breakout, argument. It's definitely been an argument. And it's about plans. It's about the fact that maybe whatever plans have been agreed on this, I got rejection can be God's protection. This is this is kind of moving through, but it is a song from, I don't know, Katy Perry maybe, but it will be below. Check the down box, do have a listen, and it's called Smile. And now I got back my smile, and your ego trip saved my life. So someone made plans with you. Maybe it was a bit of future faking going on here. I would say, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but actually it seems very intentional. We've got the Magician in reverse and the Seven of Swords and my Fox at the base of the deck here. So I kind of feel, Capricorn, you've been led up the garden path here. And literally what was at the top of the these lovely gates that are opening into abundance basically burnt you to the ground. And you did absolutely feel this, because I got, when you said it was over, I knew I'd fallen too deep. So there has been, someone's led you on, or someone has, you know, you can put it down to your perception. Maybe you see what you want to see, but that's how it's played out for you anyway. You really did think this was the real deal. This was going to be this. And when you got there, you got burnt to a crisp. Now, I did think the Queen of Wands initially might be someone different. Didn't seem like your energy, but I've checked and it is. So there's a conversation here. There's a message come through from you, it would seem, that's brought in the Tower. You've come up twice, Queen of Wands times 2. So you've come through with a lot of fire energy for a Capricorn. You can switch this. It is a general, you understand. But this argument, this conversation, this message, turn it, Marina, literally blew the doors off, brought in the Tower, and the King of Swords got flipped in reverse. Now, I mean, for some of you, this could be this week. You are going to get a message from a Queen of Wands about this King of Swords in reverse. The King of Swords in reverse is someone who's, you know, not, I'm going to say not of sound mind. That's literally what I heard. And this, but if anything, this is someone who has an exaggerated belief of themselves, where they think that only through your connection with them can you succeed. Yeah. And the breaking of this commitment, it's almost like they sort of expected you to go down with them. And now they may be a little pissed that you're not, because you're very much coming back up. The other song I got is I'm Grateful, I'm Playful. For a while I was trying to find out what went wrong. Now that you're gone, I'm as happy as hell. I don't know how long this is taking for you, Capricorn. But there is a feeling that, you know, whatever burnt down here, whatever argument was had, I don't know. I'm reading him in reverse because he's in reverse. Now, the other thing about someone being in reverse is that they're just out of their energy. The King of Swords in reverse is usually very cruel, cold, manipulative, and to see with the Seven of Swords and the Magician in reverse and the Fox, there's no real other way I can go with it. There has been a breaking of a commitment here with the Hierophant in reverse, and there is a release. If you've not felt it already, Capricorn, this cleanup is going to bring in the Devil in reverse here. I've had a look at the Devil as it refers to the King of Swords. These are all his cards. This is maybe someone who wasn't prepared to commit to you, was maybe trying to put you in a third party, trying to do something a little bit unorthodox, a little bit under the you know, radar, a bit very manipulative. I can't even say a bit. Magician and the Fox, hugely manipulative. This is someone who has either withdrawn communication from you, tried to almost steal your happiness. They've deliberately miscommunicated. They may even have had another relationship that they haven't divulged, and that's why the breaks have gone on. But ultimately, that is where your rejection can be God's protection from that song. This is almost like someone in terms of your energy. I don't think your boundaries have been strong enough, Capricorn. I've got you as my armadillo spirit in reverse, armadillo. And that's about setting healthy boundaries which haven't been done. Hopefully that's something you'll learn from this and taken on board as you move forward. And the other energy for you is the Canary spirit. Sing your own song. Canary is also my whistleblower. You know, you may know stuff about this person that you may want to share, but in many ways it's just very much a case of live and let live. There's an acceptance here that, you know, maybe you're understanding your boundaries weren't strong enough, and that you very much got involved with this person before you knew who it was you were getting involved with. There may be, or, you know, I still think this is you, be someone is trying to sort of, as I say, enmesh you with other people's problems. It is someone else's responsibility is what I'm getting. This is not your problem. This is like someone has a drama-filled life, and their life seems to have come to almost an abrupt halt. Everything is kind of stopped for them. They're probably still trying to be like hugely manipulative behind the scenes, but on the surface it looks like they're not moving. The Devil in reverse can obviously represent purely releasing yourself from this toxic energy associated with the Mildew Fairy. But I have pulled in terms of who the King of Swords is: gluttony, painkillers, and food. So this is someone who is, you know, indulgent, overindulgent in a number of areas. Whether that's something you know or not, you know, you'll know the story. In terms of what you're looking at, because this is just release. Your Ten of Swords is in release. And specifically in this deck, this is the Ten of Swords in this deck upright is someone who chooses, I can never pick this card up. This is someone who, this is almost like self-harm, this Ten of Swords. This is very different. It's someone who doesn't feel in control of a situation. It's someone who likes to not take the lead, likes to feel like a victim in their own life. It might be you, might be them, but this is a release. No longer being bound to this person, no longer being tied to them, no longer feeling responsible for what happens in their life. They have made their decisions. That's their decisions, not yours. So you're looking towards the lilies and the fish. There's two kings here. If I was to read it as a cartomancy reading, there's two kings here. That's a side issue. It feels like a big week, Capricorn. The base of the deck, I've got the Judgment card upright and I've got the Nine of Swords in reverse. This is also releasing yourself from feeling trapped, having nightmares, insomnia, fretting, worry. This is making a big call. I can't even be an awakening. Live and let live. So what you're looking towards is a long-term security, specifically in terms of your finances. That really is your focus. This has been a complete write-off. It's been a failure. They're probably still at it. They may have a connection with you financially, or if they choose to connect with you, it sort of feels like it could be to do with money, you know, trade, that sort of thing. This is what's going on under the surface. Magician in reverse. Wasting resources, overspending, manipulation, lies, thievery, all of that. All that crap. So that's your reading for the week. I do think you're heading in a really positive direction. I think you're very much aware of this and turning your back to it. It really does feel like it just doesn't concern you, Capricorn. But, you know, I think you've had high hopes for this relationship, and it burnt down before you realised that you were in deep. So let's just take your advice, Capricorn, for the next 7 days. What advice, please, Spirit, do you have for Capricorn for the next 7 days? Move beyond ancestral patterns and move in a new direction. So we've got a lot of movement, Capricorn. You have to get moving. The Elder card is a very difficult card because it would suggest that this is some sort of karmic debt that needs to be repaid. And it may not even necessarily have been yours. It may belong to your ancestors, but they did not man up and deal with it. And now it's landed at your door. But it can be that it's, you know, just passed through the bloodline here. And this is a karmic debt. So this situation hopefully has been repaid with the Traveller moving in a new direction. I do feel I'm reading for an older Capricorn. She's usually a little bit older. The Traveller, let's see. Let's just ask, where should we go? Where are we going? What's in Capricorn's new direction? Oh, it popped and fell. Love, Singer of Chalice. This is so beautiful. This is being open to love again, unconditional love. It's trusting again. It's learning to be patient and hopeful and joyful. And really, when you have burned off your karmic debt, that is something that you're going to be able to move into. So let's have a look at the Traveller. Move towards love. There we go. Oopsie. Peek. This is my daughter's favourite card. Welcome any opportunities to travel either to the outer world or to your inner worlds. The Traveller card represents the gypsy spirit within. The opportunity to move in a new direction is coming your way, and ancestral wisdom is encouraging you to welcome it with open arms. Going on a trip is an exciting process because not only do you learn about the world, you also learn about yourself. This card often comes up when you have a chance to go through a process of awakening and understand even more about the amazing qualities you have to share with the world. Often such journeys can be lonely, but this in itself can teach you that you are never really alone and your angels and ancestors are there for you. Awesome, love it. There you go, Capricorn. Please like, subscribe, reach out for a personal if you'd like one. Look after yourselves and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.